Hello friends, in this video I'm going to teach you about pre-emphasis and de-emphasis techniques in FM modulation and why we are using pre-emphasis and de-emphasis techniques in FM modulation. The whole thing about pre-emphasis and de-emphasis I'll teach you in this video, and stay continued up to the end of the video, then we'll get a clear idea about pre-emphasis and de-emphasis. Now let's see what is pre-emphasis and de-emphasis and why we need these techniques. Because we know in FM modulation the frequency of the message signal we need to increase for modulation or for transmission. Okay, in that process, if the frequency of this particular signal is increasing, then according to the frequency the noise also increases. This is the one of the bad effect present in the FM modulation. To avoid this thing, that is noise, we are using pre-emphasis and de-emphasis techniques. Now let's see first what is pre-emphasis. uh, Here let's see, in FM the noise increases linearly with frequency. I already told you, if the frequency increases the noise also increases in the signal. By this, the higher frequency components of message signal are badly affected by noise. This is what the effect we faced in the FM modulation. This effect we can avoid by using this pre-emphasis technique. And let's see what is pre-emphasis technique. It's a technique where we boost our signal to avoid the noise. Okay, where we boost the signal, at which part we have to boost the signal means wherever we have the high frequencies, at that frequencies only we need to boost up our signals. Because wherever the high frequencies are there, the noise will affect on that particular area, so we need to boost that particular amplitudes, then we can avoid that effect of noise. Let's see here. To solve this problem, we can use a pre-emphasis filter of transfer function HPFF in the transmitter to boost the higher frequency components before modulation. Here, let's see before modulation. Why I have written here before modulation means this pre-emphasis techniques we need to apply before the FM modulation. Because before we are going to modulate our signal, we need to boost up our signal at where we have maximum frequencies, then only we can avoid the noise affected by that particular modulated signal. And here similarly at receiver side, the de-emphasis filter of transfer function HD of f can be used after demodulator to attenuate the higher frequency components, thereby restoring the original message signal. It means after here at the modulation side we are increasing the signal strength, because to avoid the noise, to avoid the effect of noise at the demodulation side, we need to attenuate the signal strength where we have increased at the modulation, there, then there only we need to decrease, because we need to get the original signal at the receiver. That's why at the receiver side we need to place de-emphasis filter. De-emphasis filter is nothing but it's like a low pass filter. It is used to decrease the or attenuates the more amplitude signals or already boosted signals to get the original signal. Now let's see the circuit diagram of pre-emphasis signal. Here the pre-emphasis network and its frequency response are shown in the figure A and B respectively. Similarly, the counterpart of the de-emphasis network is shown in the figure. Let's see, it's the typical example of pre-emphasis circuit. Here observe, before we are going to modulate our signal, we need to place pre-emphasis circuit. That is, before going to modulation, we need to boost up our signals where we have the maximum frequency. This is the circuit for pre-emphasis. Here this resistor and capacitor is used to find the frequency, at which we have maximum frequency, and this entire circuit is used to boost up the strength of the signal where we have the maximum frequencies. And after boost up, will directly apply this signal to the FM modulator, and after FM modulator it will transmit through the air. And this is the characteristics of pre-emphasis. Now let's see what is de-emphasis circuit. De-emphasis circuit do the operation exactly reverse of the pre-emphasis circuit. At pre-emphasis circuit, we increase the strength of the signal, because to avoid the noise. At the de-emphasis circuit, we need to attenuate the strength of the signal, or we need to reduce the strength of the signal to get the original signal. Let's see here the circuit diagram. Here, let's see the de-emphasis circuit. We have used this circuit after the FM demodulator, the circuit consists of only two parts. One is a resistor and capacitor, and these two are connected in series. This will make the de-emphasis circuit to attenuate our amplitudes, maximum amplitudes. And this is about free emphasis and de-emphasis circuits. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you for watching this video.